Okay, here we are, Matthew Russell Lee, Inner City Press, here, covering the Southern District of New York Courthouse. We're here on Pearl Street with a kind of a more drab backdrop, but it's because these are serious topics. Yesterday, Mr. Trevor Bickford, a man who had attacked 3 police officers in Times Square at New Year's, was present in court. I went. There weren't many people there, frankly. This was a big case at the time. I have to say Trevor Bickford looks like he's about 17 years old. I think he's 19, or maybe he's 20 now. He comes from Maine. He was radicalized, but it wasn't what it seemed. That's all I can say. That case continues to go on. In the building behind me, there's a man on trial called James Garlick. It might seem like some people have asked me why I'm covering it. Well, he's going pro se. He was stopped with a scooter by Yankee Stadium with a gun found in the compartment of the scooter. He's representing himself, and in part it's because he's a sovereign citizen. He's said that he's pro-per. So it's kind of a case of first impression, in the sense that Judge Caproni kept it on track. There were a variety of filings that could have derailed the trial. He's detained, so she could have just delayed it, but she kept it on track. Now, today, before Judge Castell, there's a now prominent case about ChatGPT. The lawyer, Mr. Schwartz, who filed a brief in the Avianca Columbia Airlines case, in which the brief that he had ChatGPT write made up cases in whole. Made up 5 cases, Saudi Arabian Airlines, cases that don't exist at all, citations that don't exist. He filed it. So he faces sanctions. It got delayed a week because, as we wrote in a second story, he's also under fire for having a misstated affidavit. But that's going to be today at noon, and although it's just a humdrum, so to speak, civil case, because of the ChatGPT angle, it's a big deal. Now, speaking of technology, I've come to see recently that the United Nations, which physically bans the press from entry, is also now starting to abuse technology. Why do I say it? Because a number of stories that, as well as covering the courts, we continue to cover the UN, often with exclusive scoops from whistleblowers. And suddenly these things are being tagged, complaints, anonymous complaints filed with platforms, totally frivolous. And that's how the UN is trying to police the internet.